When you picture a stack of growing wealth, you probably just imagine this straight, boring cylinder of coins, right? Like you add one coin and the stack gets exactly one coin taller.
Right, yeah. It's just a simple addition, completely linear,
But I mean, the reality of compound interest looks way more like a skateboard ramp.
a very steep one, yeah.
Exactly. It swoops up and it escalates so steeply it honestly looks like the coins are completely defying gravity. So welcome to our deep dive into the source material on the math and magic of compound interest. We've got a whole stack of financial blogs, math textbooks, a compounding video, and Wikipedia here to decode how this force actually builds wealth.
And the really strange mathematical speed limit that governs it all, plus the real-world traps that can just totally destroy it for you.
Right, so to get to that gravity-defying curve, you really have to understand that you are not just earning interest on your initial deposit.
Yeah, no, you're earning interest on your interest. That's the key. It is truly exponential.
And it applies to everything, honestly, not just money. Like the video source talked about deciding to learn just 5 new vocabulary words a day.
Which, really doesn't feel like much on a random Tuesday.
Exactly. But if you compound that daily habit, suddenly you've learned over 1,800 words in a year. The knowledge just totally snowballs.
So true. And if you want to know exactly how fast your money or your habit snowball is rolling, there is this brilliant mental shortcut called the Rule of 72.
Oh yeah, I love this one.
Right. You just divide the number 72 by your interest rate, and that basically tells you roughly how many years it will take for your money or whatever metric you're using to completely double.
So like if you're getting a 7.8% return, you just divide 72 by 7.8 and boom, your money doubles in about 9 years.
Yeah, it's a remarkably accurate way to just map out that growth in your head.
But wait, I mean, that makes perfect sense for like annual returns, right? But what if the bank actually applies that interest more often? Like if my snowball is gathering snow every single month or every day or even every second, shouldn't I just be infinitely rich by the end of the week?
Well, yeah, logic kind of suggests that, right? Like, if you compound infinitely fast, you should get infinite money. But as you compound more frequently, you actually end up hitting this hard ceiling.
Wait, really? Why? I mean, if the bank is calculating my interest every single second, why doesn't the money just totally explode?
Because there's a mathematical trade-off happening. Yes, your money is compounding more often, but the actual slice of interest applied during each of those seconds gets microscopically small.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so that shrinking slice perfectly counterbalances the faster frequency.
Ah, okay. So refreshing your bank app every second won't actually make you infinitely rich. They just sort of cancel each other out at a certain point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this exact puzzle was actually studied by Jacob Bernoulli way back in 1683.
Wow, that long ago.
Yeah, and it led directly to the discovery of the mathematical constant E, or Euler's number, which is approximately 2.71828.
Right. And the data in the textbook proves this ceiling actually exists. Because if you have a 19.5% annual interest rate and you compound it daily,
Yeah.
your effective rate becomes 21.52%.
Right, it goes up a bit.
But then if you slice time down and compound it every single second, it barely even moves. It basically caps out at exactly 21.53%.
Yeah, that constant ease, it basically acts as the absolute universal speed limit of exponential growth. It doesn't matter how fast you slice time, you simply cannot outrun it.
That is wild. So pure mathematics puts this perfect ceiling on how fast our
Right.
money can grow.
Exactly. But the real world is messy. And while we're staring at the ceiling, there is something else totally eating away at the floor.
Right, right. Which brings us to the critical difference between nominal and real interest rates, which the sources explain through the Fisher theory. So nominal is like the flashy paper rate the bank advertises on a huge billboard.
Oh, definitely. But the real rate is what you actually feel in your wallet, after subtracting inflation.
Exactly.
Let's say you earn 5% in the bank over the year, but then the price of groceries goes up 8%. Your account balance is technically higher, but that bigger bank account actually buys fewer groceries than it did last year.
Ugh, the worst.
Hmm.
So you hit negative real interest. Basically, our wealth snowball can actually melt faster than it rolls if inflation is hot.
Exactly. And honestly, it gets much worse when that exponential curve flips direction and works against you.
Oh, right, like with debt.
Yeah, a credit card balance that's compounding monthly uses that exact same gravity-defying math, but as a total trap designed to keep you paying forever.
So compound interest is this massive force, and it's governed by the mathematical constant Ia, but to actually build wealth, you have to ensure your real returns beat inflation. Right.
Yeah, and of course you have to keep that exponential curve from rolling backward and crushing you in debt. Understanding the mechanics of how and why it grows really is the only way to ensure it's working for you rather than against you.
Absolutely. We know this curve applies to wealth and, like we talked about earlier, to positive habits, like learning 5 words a day.
Right.
But think about this as you go about your week. If compound interest applies to everything we do repeatedly, what happens when we apply the rule of 72 to our negative habits?
Oh, wow, that's a scary thought.
Right. How quickly are those small daily vices doubling in their negative impact on your life?